Mariners are tied at 2 in the bottom of the seventh inning. Mariners took the lead on a two-run home run by Randy Arozarena, his 23rd.
Listening to the news of the damned. This is AFN, Eagle FM. AFN standing for Armed Forces Network. AFN the Eagle 102.7. News of the damned, as I call it. Gold prospecting assay. Assay is technically not the right word. What is an assay? Well, an assay, I believe, if memory serves, an assay is a metallurgical analysis. Maybe not just metals, maybe also minerals. Metallurgical or mineralogical analysis to determine the components of a metal or a mineral. The components of a metallic alloy or a mineral compound, an assay. So I'm kind of using the word metaphorically. It's an assay, but it's appropriate because I'm curious to know whether it might be worth my while to go looking for gold around here. So this is for Soundacre Studio and Nervous Rider, specifically Josh and Angie. I don't want to I want to be mindful of your time, so if you do take the time to watch this, I don't want to take too much of it, which is why I'm driving. So I do live in this apartment complex, but as you're going to see here in a second, right across this road here is some fairly deep countryside. And okay, 22 people here. I'm guessing that a lot of you are Hanguk Saram, and I'm speaking English. This is my English speaking friends. Jelly MHA, hi. Hi, Jelly. Here, let's see, will that focus? Hi. I guess it's not going to focus on that. This is a piece of quartz, very nice piece of quartz. I'm in South Korea, and South Korea has a lot of quartz in it, all over the place. Lots of beautiful quartz and other kinds of very pretty rocks as well. Happy birthday, Jelly. How old are you? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Jelly MHA. All right. Anyway, you're welcome to hang out here, but I am on a little bit of a mission here. I am in a place called Paju, South Korea, and the countryside looks like there's no Gangnam style going on here. This is the countryside in South Korea. This is what most of the country looks like. And I'm on my way to drive through the countryside to a river, because I have some questions about. I have some friends in Australia And they like to go out looking for gold. And they're somewhat sophisticated about how they do it. I can't get nearly to the level of what they're doing. I have constraints, but I can get a gold pan and some other basic equipment, you know. So I'm wondering if I should invest in a gold pan and a couple other basic items and go out looking for little tiny pieces of gold. Why not? If it's here. But first I'd like to be able to make an educated guess whether it's worth my time. Hang on a second. Did I take a wrong turn? No. There we go. Now I can't read the screen while I'm driving, so I'm not ignoring you. Okay. Let me see. Is this the right way? Well, this is a way. Not the way that I meant to take, but all right. So I'm driving to this river, and I don't know. See, I doubt this is the type of river that is going to have gold in it. Oh, is this a dead end? Hang on. I missed my turn. Okay. I'm going to try this. Maybe over here. There's a big old rock right there in the dirt road. Okay. Let's go this way. There we go. All right. So now we're in, this is the Korean countryside. Little farms and big farms. Enjoy the ride. I don't know where you are. It's 9:11 a.m. here in South Korea. Now those two big rocks right there, if you can, okay, I gotta move. But those were very typical of Korean rocks. Lots of different kinds of quartzes and minerals and glittery things in them. All right. Now we're beginning to approach the river. And at the river, I'm gonna get out of the car and show this little piece of quartz that I picked up off the ground that put me in mind of doing this gold prospecting assay. Putting it out there for my friends Josh and Angie to maybe reply to. And this river that I'm going to is very much typical of the kind of waterways that we have up here. It's nothing like Australia. Nothing at all. It's not like a creek in the bush in Australia. It's not anywhere near as volatile, dynamic. It's a very settled, sort of geological situation. Yeah, we might get like big monsoon rains during the summer, and the river might rise for a while, but there's no Again, not at all like an Australian bush creek. Hope you're enjoying the drive. I wish I could have the camera, wider for you, but it has to be vertical up and down for these YouTube streams, at least from your phone. So this is the best I can do. And this seems like as good a place as any to park right here. Now, there's another car over there, and in all likelihood, that is somebody who's there to go fish, who's here to go fishing. All right. Let me see if I attracted my friends in here yet. Annyeong. You're saying annyeong, which is panmal. It's informal, very friendly, very informal Korean. Yano Ketwa. I don't know what kind of name that is. Am I pronouncing that right? Yano, double L. Is this like a Spanish name? Yeah, it means hi. But it's the way that you would say it to a child, or the way that you would say it to a family member, or among good friends. Philippines. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was kind of close. Let me go back through the chat here. Can I talk South Korea? Korean. I can speak it well enough to. Oh, and there's someone here, Yono Chobap. That's salmon sushi. Hello, salmon sushi, Yono Chobap. Okay, so I guess Josh and Angie must be busy with other things, but that's fine. Maybe they'll catch this later. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue with my, I guess I should call this a survey, not an assay. Oh, here's a big chunk of Korean here. Joseon Jailkom. Giltemi. Okay. It's a little bit hard for me. Joseon as in Joseon Shide. Jail as in best. Come. I'm not sure what come means in this context. And Gil generally means road or way. Temi, I don't know. And then I don't. Hanpan punin inseng we 그렇게 사세요. Why do 한번 뿐인 인생, that's people. 왜 그렇게 사세요? Why do you live that way? Oh, okay, my Korean's not that great. 학교 다닐 때, when you go to school, 공부, study, 잘했으면, if you did well. 판사, okay. 의사 되어서 become a doctor. 존경받는 인생을 살았을 텐데 지금 많이 후회. This is some kind of bot. Are you hesitating a lot right now? Curious. Ask if you're curious. I think that's some kind of bot. Oh, what means good morning? 안녕하세요. Well, it can mean good morning. It could mean it's really not specific to the morning. It's just a general hello for any time of day. There really is no Korean for good morning. They'll jokingly say, literally, they'll translate good morning into Korean and say, Choonachimimnida, but it's not actual real Korean. It's kind of a joke. It's their joking way to say good morning. All right, so I'm going to get out of the car here and show my piece of quartz in the sunshine and show the river. There's the river over there. And here's the quartz. So my friends have said that when there's that quartz is a good sign. There's quartz all over the place here, and this is a very pretty piece, and it's been broken off from a, as you can see, it's been broken off from a much larger stone. You know, that's what the exterior of it looked like. It's a country that's actually full of very beautiful rocks, if you have an eye for such things, which I do. Okay. Can you do a tutor in your car? I'm not sure what you mean by tutor, but I am a tutor of sorts. I help people with their English. That's sort of what I do for money over here. Oh, off in the distance there you can see a crane, 2 cranes. Very beautiful birds. We've got cranes, we've got herons, and I don't know if I zoomed in enough. Can you see the cranes flying down there? Or maybe those are, I don't know. I just call them cranes, all these long-legged river birds. But some of them are herons, and they're quite beautiful. This is very typical of the kind of rivers that we have up here, and something tells me that this is not going to be a very good place to go panning for gold. For one thing, it's very hard to get down there. The bank, if there is a bank, it's going to be really muddy, and in some cases it's going to be sort of like the bank is going to consist of a kind of, I think maybe the right word is loam, L-O-A-M, loam. Just kind of really soft mud, fine silt that you're just going to sink knee deep in. But there are banks at certain points along the way. I'm not going to walk all the way down there, but if I zoom in, you can kind of maybe make out a place along there where that truck is passing. Under that, there is a little bank or shore there, and other very tiny abutments of land where people go down there to fish. And well, thank you. I'm just going to say Llano because I think that looks like a Spanish influenced name, and I think in Spanish a double L is pronounced like a Y, so I'm going to go with Llano. Thank you for being here, for your kind words. But if I tilt the phone down over there, you can see where that kind of green algaic looking slime is drifting by. That's how slow this river is. And there's some rocks down there. You know, if I can even get down there, there's some rocks I could, and I could put some waders on and go out there as if I was going fly fishing. But this is what I'm dealing with here. And, you know, it's something in me doubts that that this is going to be worth the time and effort to go looking for gold. Certainly not. I don't have the. Okay, I'm sure that I could build a trommel, but I wouldn't have any place to put it, and I don't have an ATV to be hauling it out here, or a truck. So a trommel's out. I'm not. For me, if I'm going to be looking for gold, it's going to be It's just going to be a guy with a pan. And you guys have said that you can dry pan. You can just pan soil. If that's the case, then well, there's all kinds of see, this is here. I don't see anything really very interesting here. But Korea is the kind of place where occasionally you walk past a certain area and suddenly just these very interesting, beautiful rocks just appear out of nowhere, and it tends to happen in clusters, you know. There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it. But quartz, very common, very glittery, very minerally rocks, very common. Oh, someone enjoyed their soju and left the bottle for someone else to pick up. Also very common. Less common than it used to be. Right. And the other, oh, that's the other thing. I'm thinking that if there's gold in this soil that can be found and collected, I would think that these people would already be all over it, and it would be a popular and established hobby, but as far as I know, it's not. But then again, one never knows. One never knows. It could just be that it just hasn't occurred to anybody. It's possible. All right. Well, Yano, if you're the only one, fine by me. I'm glad to have you. I'm glad to have anybody with a positive attitude who's not a troll, although I'm even happy to have a troll. Trolls, as I say, have their place in the ecosystem. So, Yano, this is for you. You can enjoy the drive. I'll just turn the camera over towards the river. It's more picturesque over there. And I'm just gonna go home the back way. All right, that's about enough of that. Here we go. All right. Yeah, I should retitle this Gold Prospecting Survey. Although survey sounds a little bit too grand, I kind of like assay for the, it's kind of a pun in a way. Yeah, so, Yano, I can't read the chat while I'm driving. I could, but I'm not gonna, because even though I'm on a little bit of a back road here, it's not a good habit to look at screens while you drive, is it? So, stick around as long as you like. This is only going to be a few more minutes here. And, well, nothing too terribly much to see here. Hang on. Can you hear that? Those are the cicadas, Yano. You have cicadas in the Philippines? That is the sound of late summer, mid to late summer here in Korea. Very, very loud insects called cicadas. Nature's cat toys. If you have a cat, like my friend Zane has a cat. They love to go outside and hunt cicadas. They're glittery and sort of spazzy and noisy, rattly. Cats love them. All right. Farafra. I wonder what that is. Some kind of greenhouse operation, looks like. All right. So, a little better angle there. Here we go on the way home. And that piece of quartz that I showed, that just came off of a random place by the side of the road when I was walking Mrs. Lean Bear to the bus stop. She's taking a bus into Seoul to meet a friend, and I was walking along the shoulder of the road, looked down, and saw that little beautiful bit of quartz. And as is so often the case, it was surrounded by friends, you know, other beautiful bits of rock. And then after that, nothing special for a while, right? I do love rocks and stones. When I went trekking up in the Himalaya, up in Annapurna, it was about a 3-week trek up to the highest glacier lake in the world, I think, called Tilicho Lake, 5,200 meters thereabouts. And my friend that I went with, my American friend, and the Nepalese guides were laughing at me all the time because I was the only one who was making my pack heavier as we went along, because I just couldn't. I was collecting rocks as I went. I couldn't help it. So I do have I don't know what they are most of the time. I don't have any knowledge of mineralogy. I just love the I love pondering their age and their beauty, and I've been known to make little rock gardens in the house. But hey, you know, like I've got an eye for rocks that might be promising, that might indicate the presence of gold dust or bits or flakes of some kind. So maybe that could make it worth my while to get a gold pan. Maybe do some dry panning. Of course, I also need to, like, get on the internet and see what there must be mineralogical statistics and tables and numbers, and probably I might even be able to get some idea of average soil contents, you know, by region in the country. And of course, any such breakdown would include gold, obviously. I haven't done that yet, but yeah, I was walking home from the bus stop and picked up that bit of quartz and thought, I'm taking this home. And that's when it occurred to me hey, you know what? I'm just going to do a little live for Josh and Angie. See what they have to say about it. But again, I don't want to take too much of their time. Okay, so probably going to stop here momentarily, then I can look at the chat. See if Yano is still here. And if you like seeing little bits of Korea here and there, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button, notification button, and whenever I throw out a little peek of Korea, not the K-pop Korea, not the K-beauty Korea, not the touristy Korea, but the normal everyday Korea that I live in. You know, maybe you'll get the notification. Hey, Yano's still there. Yes, Yano, I didn't swim here. All the way from America, I did take a plane. Yes, indeed. And so, this is home for me. I've been here for a long time, Yano. Long, very long time. And I've lived in all kinds of places here. But this is a very nice place for a guy my age to wind up. At least for now. You never know where life is going to take you, Yano. That's why it's always important to be grateful for what you have. If you start to get complaining about it, well, you might be asking for it. I've learned that. I'm much more kind of like a little house kind of guy. And I'm not a city boy, I'm a country boy. This is a good balance for me. Modern building. I'm not crazy about the idea of living in a big apartment building. But as big apartment buildings go, it's quite nice. And I've got the countryside right across the road there. I can go out there anytime I like. So, Yano, you've been very kind, and you've cheered me up this morning. And I hope you don't be a stranger. I've met some very nice people from the Philippines during my time in Korea. Very nice people, in my experience. Very cheerful, good energy, great sense of humor. So maybe if you have some content on your channel, I could see little glimpses of the Philippines, the way that I catch show little glimpses of Korea. Is this where I started? Oh no, Yano, I started here nearly 30 years ago in very different circumstances. Let me see here. This is me. I'm an older guy now. I came here as a young guy. Sometimes there's a Karen at Philippines, so be careful. You got to be careful of those Karens, Yano. Oh, those Karens. You got to watch out for them. I'm sorry you have Karens in the Philippines. Karens are not so common here in Korea. As a matter of fact, I would go so far as to say that Karens are actually pretty rare here. Especially if you are outside of Seoul, which is to say most of the country, well, okay, like a substantial chunk of the country's population lives in the Seoul metropolitan area. That's true. But still, Seoul is not most of Korea, really. And things are changing, but but people are generally pretty nice and well behaved, and I don't ever have to deal with Karens here. But if I ever go to the Philippines, I'll be on the lookout for Karens. Thanks for your heads up. The Karens are out of control. You're cracking me up. The Karens are out of control in the Philippines. I'm really sorry to hear that. I thought the Philippines was like a tradition, still a traditional society. You know, strong Catholic country. Why are the Karens getting out of control? I'm guessing Yano is a boy's name. Are you a young man? I still haven't learned anything about you, but I hope that maybe we'll get to know each other a little bit. The men have to do something about that. It's the men's. I'm old-fashioned. You're 8 years old. Yano from the Philippines is 8 years old, and he's cognizant, painfully cognizant of the prevalence of Karens in his society. God bless you, boy. Yano. Oh, that was a curveball. 8 years old. Well, Yano, I'll just say this. I have to go here in a minute, but I'm very glad that you kept me company during this live stream. You're a real character, and you've been here 1 hour. All right, Yano. I would like to hear more from you, sir. So please, here's what I'll do just for you, Yano. Just for you. Okay, so make sure that after you hit the subscribe button on my channel, hit the little bell, you know, to make sure you get the notifications. And here's what I'll do. At least once a week, Yano, I will do a special stream for you. And I'll put your name in the title if that's okay. I'll call it like Yano's Travel Corner or something like that. And I'll just show you some like little interesting thing here in Korea. And if you're around, you can jump on and we can talk. Okay, that sounds good. And you can tell me more about what life is like in the Philippines, and maybe we could talk about the Karen situation a little bit more. Oh, good Lord. I'm laughing in a very don't take my laughter the wrong way, Yano. It's very friendly, very happy laughter. Okay? A lot of urban legends there too. You sound like a very intelligent boy. Are you really 8 years old? That's hard to believe. Well, anyway, Yano, I need to get going here. I hate to, but I actually kind of need to. So don't be a stranger. Hey, Eric, I'm talking to an 8-year-old boy from the Philippines, and he tells me that they have a Karen infestation. They have a Karen problem in the Philippines, Eric. I'm getting this from an 8-year-old Filipino boy named Yano, L-L-A-N-O. Yeah, it is interesting. Anyway, I got to wrap this up. Well, you know what? I might as well, since I got people here, and Yano has been so kind. I'll continue this up all the way up to the homestead. And Yano, I'll show you my studio where I make music and videos. But then I have to go. All right. Let me make sure I get my piece of quartz. I did. Okay. Eric, Eric is Eric lives in America, and he's a really cool dude. He can build amazing things with wood, specifically guitars. And Yano, if you being Filipino, you can probably already play a mean guitar. Can you play guitar, Yano? Did they start you early? Oh, you go. Are you going, Yano? Okay. Yeah, Eric. He's got some. He also says that there's lots of urban legends in the Philippines. That's a young man I'm interested in continuing a conversation with. Yano, are you going away? Oh, you're not going away? Okay. All right. Well, let me hope I don't lose connection while I'm in the elevator. I'm being lazy and taking the elevator. Gotta think about my knees. All right. This is King. Invented the. All right. Here is a little peek at where I live. And I'm very grateful for where I live. Bedroom. It was rough. Okay, so now I'm going to turn the camera around. And here we go. This is my home now. And the tables are because I have a school for kids to come and learn English. I teach them other things too, not just English. And a lot of them are 8 years old, just like you. And this is my classroom here. This is where Mrs. Lean Bear teaches in here. And then they come into, and it's all neat and tidy and all that. And they come in here to my room, and it's all, it looks like that. And we have fun in here. We try to anyway. So, like, I was sharpening colored pencils and yesterday they drew pictures of camping at night. Draw a picture of camping at night on the black foam, and then these became like firecrackers, So, so that's what I do, and then right here, from no bedroom for 3 years to this. And now in here I can make music and just have fun. Right? It's messy. I'm messy. Anyway, that's where I live. And I will, Yano, I'm going to tell them. Well, a lot of them, there are only a few that could understand, but I will tell them. And you know what? Just for you, I'll just make some shorts, just some little shorts. I shouldn't show their faces in them, but you just, you're in my mind now, and you've been so kind and so funny and so interesting. So I'll give little shout outs to you from time to time. And Yano, make sure you subscribe to Eric too. And you can check out his, he makes beautiful guitars. Beautiful guitars. And he's an old guy like me, but he's very friendly. This is what it looks like outside of my building behind it. There's a school right there, Yano. That's a junior high school or middle school. And then over that way, behind that hill, is an elementary school. And the children come and go here all the time. Okay, Yano. One video is fine. You can always make more, right? Okay, well, I've got some things that I need to do here. Responsibilities. They're called responsibilities, and I have to go take care of them. So, yeah, got to start somewhere. So I need to go take care of my responsibilities, and I got to go. But I've had such a good time talking with you, Yano. You've made my morning. And Eric, you've been very kind, and I'm very happy that you could stop by and meet Yano. Okay, Yano, man, I'm really sorry to cut you off. Really am, but I do have to go. I got there's something I have to do, but maybe another time you can tell us about the urban legends of the Philippines. All right? We'll do this again sometime. I promise you, we'll do it again sometime. When I have more time, maybe. Maybe this time of the day is a good time for you. And we can hang out, and I can just walk around, and we can just hang out and talk. Does it sound good? All right. Okay, you be well and be safe. Be good, but not too good. Okay? Peace, Yano. Thank you. And thank you, Eric. Okay. Bye, guys.